Welcome to the second episode of the Kaleidoscope Show. My name is Mel, your host, and I'm here to talk about the topics I found interesting since our last episode. This week, we will cover pygmy hippos, how plants can see, and how a snail led to a product safety and established quality control. People like to watch cat and cute puppy videos. However, a year ago, another adorable species started to take over the internet, the pygmy hippos. I must admit, I can watch them for hours. They are playful, adorable, with round cheeks and the cutest tiny ears. Pygmy hippos are originally from the swamp and forested areas of West Africa. The biggest population of them lives in Liberia, and some smaller populations are in the Ivory Coast, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. They are one of the only two species in the family Hippopotamidae, the pygmy hippos and the common hippopotamus. The semi-aquatic nocturnal creature can live 30 to 50 years and much smaller than a common hippo. Here is a breakdown of the size differences. While the pygmy hippo weighs between 400 to 600 pounds, a common hippo can weigh approximately up to 3,000 to 4,000 pounds, making it about 5 to 10 times heavier than a pygmy hippo. The pygmy hippo stands about 2.5–3 feet tall at the shoulder, and the common hippo can stand around 4.5–5.5 feet tall. The pygmy hippo measures about 5 feet from head to tail, while the common hippo can reach lengths of 10 to 16 feet. Unfortunately, they are endangered due to losing their habitats due to deforestation, and the numbers are fewer than 2,500. That is why it's so good that the last 12 months we were flooded with pygmy hippo babies thanks to several zoos' conservation efforts. Approximately around 10 pygmy hippos were born in various zoos around the world the last 12 to 18 months, with some making the first births of the species at their respective locations. Isn't it wonderful to see these charming creatures thriving? Some of the notable ones. The most famous among them is Mudeng. Born in 2024, this little star captured hearts worldwide and became quite an internet sensation. Residing at Khao Keo Open Zoo in Sri Lanka, Chonburi, Thailand. I hope I pronounced that well. Then we have Haggis, who's currently living at Wingham Wildlife Park in England and was born on the 30th of October 2024. We also have Poppy, born just before Christmas 2024. She made her first outdoor adventure at the Metro Richmond Zoo on 1st of April 2025. And one of my favorites is Marsh, is a male pygmy hippopotamus calf born on the 26th of June 2025, and he lives at the Tanganyika Wildlife Park in Goddard, Kansas. And last but not least, Hugo, a baby pygmy hippo who made his debut at John Bar Zoo in October 2025, and the videos can show his energetic and playful personality all over social media. I'm so happy that some people are doing some good to save these species, and if I can help them by watching their videos on social media to support them, that is an absolute joy for me. Now from hippos to their foods, plants. Have you ever thought about how plants know where the light comes from? While plants don't see in the way animals do, they have developed remarkable ways to perceive their environment. Here are some of the key points about how plants can sense their surroundings. Plants have specialized cells that can detect light. They use this ability to optimize their growth by bending towards light sources using their photoreceptors, a phenomenon known as phototropism. These photoreceptors can detect an array of wave light to sense visible, far-red, and ultraviolet lights. The idea that plants might have something akin to vision is truly captivating. Several studies researched the topic over the last few years, and plants can see in their own way and have something similar to an eye. Particularly focusing on the studies of František Baluska and Stefano Mancuso, They suggest that the plants may possess a form of vision, challenging traditional views on plant perception. This research indicates that plants can respond to light in ways that resemble visual processing. The discovery that the Synechocystis cyanobacteria single-celled organism can act like simple eyes is groundbreaking. They utilize their entire cell body to focus light, similar how a retina functions in an animal. This suggests a primitive form of visual capability in some life forms. Research also shown that plants like Arabipodis produce proteins that are crucial for developing eye spots, which are basic visual structures found in certain single-celled organisms. These proteins are located in a plastoglobuli, which also contribute to the vibrant colors of autumn leaves. Understanding how plants perceive their environment can shed light on their growth patterns and interactions with other organisms. This could lead to new insights in agriculture and ecology. This field is still evolving, with ongoing studies exploring the complexities of plant perception and how these mechanisms might influence their behavior and adaptation. Beyond light, plants can sense touch, chemicals, and even temperature changes. This unique sensory capability helps them to adapt their environment and interact with other organisms like fellow plants. So while they don't see us in the same way as we do, they are very aware of our presence due to their senses, especially the chemical ones. What happens when a snail, instead of a plant, decides to get some soda, or more specifically, get into the soda? The story of Donahue versus Stevenson is a fascinating and pivotal case in the realm of tort law, particularly regarding the concept of duty of care. Here is how it happened. On the 26th of August 1928, it was a moderately windy but warm Sunday afternoon, and Mrs. Mary Donahue visited a cafe in Paisley, Scotland, with her friend, where she ordered a ginger beer that was manufactured by David Stevenson. The drink was served in an opaque bottle. The ginger beer was first poured into Mrs. Donahue's tumbler, and she drank from it. Then, when they poured some into her friend's tumbler, a dead snail fell out from the bottle, shocking Mrs. Donahue and her friend. This unexpected discovery led her to suffer from severe gastroenteritis and shock. You can imagine. Mrs. Donahue decided to sue Stevenson for damages, claiming that he had a duty to ensure that his product was safe for consumers. Importantly, she had not purchased the drink herself, which raised questions about her standing to sue. The case reached the House of the Lords, which ruled in favor of Mrs. Donahue. The court established that the manufacturers owe a duty of care to consumers, even if there is no direct contractual relationship. This landmark decision laid the groundwork for modern negligence law. The ruling in Donahue versus Stevenson is often cited as the foundation of negligence in principle tort law. It introduced the idea that one must take reasonable care to avoid acts or omissions that could foreseeably harm others. This case not only changed the landscape of consumer protection, but also influenced countless legal decisions in the years that follow. Isn't it interesting how a single incident can lead to such significant legal principles and establish quality control? We have almost reached the end of today's episode, but as a bonus, I would like to share a recommendation. I'm a huge anime fan and spend a lot of time watching them, and this year brought us some really good newcomers. But before I would recommend anything, we have a quick side note for those who are not too familiar with the genre. The most commonly known are the Japanese versions. Manga refers to the comic books or the graphic novels, while anime is the animated adaptation of these stories. In Korea, the equivalent of manga is called manhwa, and it often features a different art style and storytelling approach. And the animated version is called Hanguk Ani, which means Korean animation. While the Chinese version is known as manhwa, it also has its own unique characteristics. and their animated version is called Donghua. Today I would like to recommend a Donghua called The Lord of Mysteries. Lord of Mysteries is a popular Chinese web novel written by Yuan Ye, also known by the pen name Cuttlefish That Loves Diving. It was serialized on the Chinese platform Quidian from 2018 to 2020. The story is a unique blend of genres, combining elements of steampunk, mystery fantasy, and supernatural thriller. The visual world of this donga is absolutely amazing and well worth watching it. The narrative is set in a Victorian-like world filled with steam technology and hidden magical forces. The protagonist, Zhu Mingri, awakens in the body of Klein Moretti, a newly awakened Beyonder, someone with supernatural abilities. As Klein, he navigates a complex world of secret societies, mystical powers, and dark conspiracies. The story is known for its intricate world building, deep lore, and a richly layered plot that involves detective work, occult mysteries, and philosophical themes. Lord of Mysteries has been adapted into a TV series started this year, which brings the novel's atmospheric and complex story to screen, and currently available to stream on Crunchyroll. The novel has been officially translated into English, and it is available in print. And I highly recommend, if you have some time, definitely worth check it out. And now we reach the end of today's episode. Please make sure to follow us and like us on all the social media platforms, and you can contact us at thekaleidoscopeshow@gmail.com. Until next week, take care and goodbye.